Welcome to Real Judaism with Rabbi Ari Klapper. Unfiltered wisdom for Jewish life.
Okay. So last week we were discussing different eitzos for how to deal with the Yetzer Hara. And so this week we're going to continue with that. And we have to understand before we start with the suggestions today that you have to do this a little bit at a time. This is not something that like, hey, I tried all the things that you said, Rabbi, and it doesn't work for me. Even a little bit of success makes a big difference. Anyway, so even a little bit of success makes a big difference. Every little bit makes a difference. So even if we don't see success the first minute, like, wow, all of a sudden became a, tzaddik gomor and I don't have to worry about this anymore. So it's okay. Understand that these things take time and you have to be on the derech. We're trying to try the different eitzos, the different pieces of advice, different ways to deal with the natural Yetzer Hara that a person has. Advice is eitzah. Okay? Anyway, so the point is that keep all of these idea in your toolbox. Actually, that's the chapter over here that he calls it toolbox. Right? This is based on the book Zeh Cotton Golia and by Dr. Shlomo Zimmerman, who talks about these inyanim of the difficulties of being a man. Difficulties certainly of youth, but we're going to continue as we go along. Okay, this is all totally normal. Remind yourself, this is totally normal. It might be a nisayon, might be difficult, but realize that it's normal. Okay, so let's continue. Last time we ended off with the power of learning Torah. And the power of learning Torah is incredible, but it has to be with a sweetness. You have to enjoy learning Torah. People who don't enjoy learning Torah, there's a reason for it. Something happened. Something went wrong in the process, because Torah, even though learning Torah is supposed to be sweet, but a lot of times in the very beginning it's hard. First of all, a person should always learn the thing that he likes to learn. If you like brachos, so learn brachos. You like Mishnah Berurah, learn Mishnah Berurah. You like Musar, learn Musar. You like Chassidus, you learn Chassidus. The things that you like, you should learn, even if you're in yeshiva. And yeshiva has a specific schedule. Find the time for the things that you like. Whether it be during Ben Astarim, or on Shabbos, or on Leil Shabbos, Shabbos Day, Motzi Shabbos. Find the Chavrusa. A lot of times, one of the best times to learn these things is you can actually get a Chavrusa with somebody in yeshiva. I know that a lot of people in my yeshiva when I was a bocher, so they asked the mashgiach to learn with them, and he would learn during Ben Astarim with guys, because during the time of Seder, so you have to do what you have to do. So even if it wasn't the most gishmak, right? But you had the time that was gishmak to you. Whatever it is, have a time. Then you're doing what you want to do, because Torah is the best solution to everything. Not only is it because it gives us the right perspective and the right way of doing things, but it fills us up with gas. I have energy. I can do it. It gives me koyach. My Rebbe, maybe I mentioned this story before, but my Rebbe told this story over a number of times in the past about a certain man who came to him. I've definitely told the story over, but we'll say it again. Kedai is a chizuk from the story. There was a man who came to my Rebbe to ask him a question, and he gave a hakdama to his question. He said, "Before I ask you the question, I have to get, we have an introduction to the question, right? There's a tanai, a condition of the question. Okay, what's that?" He says, "Rabbi, I don't want any musar. Don't give me any musar. Don't tell me that I'm doing the wrong thing. Don't tell me. I know what you're gonna think about me when I ask you the question. But I just want you to answer the question for me. That's it. That's what I want." Okay, with a hakdama like that, who knows what the question is gonna be? So he says the question is like this. You see, I'm a married man, and I'm working in an office, And there are a lot of goyim in the office too. And almost every day, after we finish work, everybody goes to the bar for drinks and to socialize and have a good time. And what happens during that time is at first I wasn't going with them. And then I started to go with them. And I started doing other things. One thing led to another. And, some inappropriate relationships. And your wife doesn't know, my wife doesn't know anything about this. Okay. So what's your question? You don't want any musar. You don't want you don't want me to tell you what you're doing is wrong. What's your question? What exactly did you come here to ask? So he said, well, I'm learning Daf Yomi. And maybe my question is, maybe somebody like me, I'm such a Rasha, I shouldn't be learning Daf Yomi. I don't deserve to be learning Daf Yomi. For somebody like me, I'm such a terrible person and do so many averas. Maybe I don't deserve to learn Daf Yomi. So my question is, should I continue learning? Should I stop learning Daf Yomi? What should I do? So my Rebbe said, you should certainly continue learning Daf Yomi. That's the only hope that you have. Is the only thing that could possibly save you is by learning Torah. Hopefully, you learn Torah, it will hold on to you. That if you hold on to the Torah, it even says, Mesil Lisham quotes a medrash. I don't recall where it is right this second. I don't have it in front of me. But the Mesil Lisham brings a medrash that says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Halavai, they would keep my Torah. If they would hold on to my Torah, even if they would abandon me, the Torah eventually will bring them back.
Really? So even if you do these bad stuff, still keep learning?
Keep learning. Keep learning. Keep learning. The Torah has the ability to bring us back. Yeah. It's not called being a faker. It's not called living a double life. It's not called being a hypocrite or two-faced. Right? What do you mean? I pretend to be this bocher when I'm in yeshiva, and then at night I go out to the bars and I do this and that and the other thing. Rabbi, I can't do that. I can't live a lie. I can't live a lie. So what are the choices? Yeah, so I'll give up my Yiddishkeit completely, right? For a lot of people, the worst thing in the world to be is not true to myself. Right? I'm not an emistic person. I'm living a double life. I can't live with myself. I feel guilty. So you know what? What do you do? What do you do when you feel guilty about something? There are two options. There are two ways that a person cannot feel guilty about what they're doing. One is stop doing it. And two is to tell yourself why it's okay that you're doing it, why it's not bad. Because a person can't live like that. But there is another option. And the other option is to give yourself a little bit of time. Meaning, if a person knows that they're doing something wrong, nobody wants to feel like they're doing something wrong. Even Hitler, Yimach Shemo B'Zichro, thought he was doing a tremendous mitzvah by wiping out the Jewish people. He thought he was bringing good to mankind. He thought that was the greatest thing that the world ever needed was to just get rid of the Jewish people. Right? Amalek. That's what he thought. He didn't think he was a bad person. He thought he was a great person. He thought he was the best person. So what do you think? The Ayatollahs in Iran and all these terrorists, they think they're bad people? No, they're doing the best thing for mankind. That's what they think. They do. They're not doing their evil laugh. Yeah, I'm evil. Yeah. No, they really think they're doing the best possible thing. They have a warped mind. Their mind it's okay to murder little children because we have a goal. It's okay to do all the terrible things that they did because we have a goal. There's no guilt in it. They don't feel bad about it. They don't feel like, well, I have to. No, they're doing what they believe is a mitzvah. So therefore, if a person is doing both things, he's sitting and he's learning Torah, and he's doing all these bad things like this man was, he's feeling a conflict on the inside. He's feeling like he's two people, and he feels guilty, and he can't live with himself. What am I supposed to do? So that's why that is why it is so important to hold on to the Torah, because even if you're doing these things, even if you're looking to places you're not supposed to be looking, or being around the people you're not supposed to be around, if you hold on to Torah, then you'll always remember that this is wrong. Don't say, no, I'll get rid of the Torah, and then I'll totally be in this, and then I'll legitimize it, why it's okay, why there's nothing bad. Nothing wrong with doing these things. These things are good to do, right? It's perfectly okay. There are different types of Jews out there. I don't have to be Haredi. I don't have to be Dati. There's another type of Jew out there. It's called a Chiloni. That's also a type of Jew. And you get to choose which one you want to be. Each person gets to choose. So, it's like when I was a kid, there was something are you Shomer Negiah or you're not Shomer Negiah, as if it was an option, right? Everybody has an option. You can choose. It's not an option. There's no option. There's no such thing. It's not true. You don't have a choice to be a Chiloni. You're saying, I don't want to keep Torah mitzvah. But it's much easier to do that when you don't believe you're doing the wrong thing. By holding on to the Torah, even if a person is doing the wrong thing, he knows that it's wrong, and eventually, as long as he doesn't give up on the Torah, he'll come back. He'll come back. Something. You have to hold on to the Torah, and the Torah should be sweet. It has to be sweet. How can we make it sweet? By learning whatever we want to learn. Listening to a shiur that we enjoy the Maggid shiur speaking. We enjoy hearing it. It's always interesting. It always has very interesting stories or examples, and that's. I want to hold on somehow. Eventually, a person will wake up and say, "Hey, what am I doing?" That's our hope through the Torah. Now, there's another aspect of learning Torah I want to add here. The other aspect of learning Torah is that when you're learning Torah, your mind is on something else. It's not on Torah. I think we mentioned maybe last week, Rabbeinu Yonah says that there are two things that cannot be in a person's head at the same time: Torah and Nashim. A person cannot be thinking about women and learning Torah at the same time. Oh, what if he's learning Seder Nashim? Okay, it's a kasha, right? Torah, which is why actually learning about very delicate things, intimate things, the best way to do it is through Torah. Because Torah is not mazik a person. Torah doesn't hurt you. As long as you're learning about it the right way, Torah is not going to hurt you. It doesn't matter what the topic is. The Torah gives a person a break. I'm not thinking about these things anymore. My mind is on something else. I won't think about this. The truth of the matter is that this Nakuda we're going to mention again later on with regards to other things. But for now, we're going to keep it at that. Torah is something that keeps my mind off of the other things, and therefore I won't be thinking about it. And I'll be much more sensitive when I'm out there in the street, and I'll be much more sensitive in general, overall, to ruchnius, to spirituality, and therefore I will be a better person. I'll have the strength, I'll have the fuel that I need, the gas that I need to grow. Now we have to realize, moving on to the next eitzos, we have to realize that we cannot do anything on our own. We can't do anything on our own. We have to ask Hashem for help. Tefillah is a very, very powerful thing. We don't realize. If a person can make a kinyan in tefillah, it's an amazing thing. There's a real kesher to Hashem. In Sefer Sharim B'Tefillah, Rav Pinkus says an amazing thing. If a person is standing in Shemona Esrei, regardless whether he realizes it or not, Hashem is right there with him. Hashem is with you whether you're standing in Shemona Esrei, you start davening Shemona Esrei, Hashem is there. You don't realize it, you don't see it, you don't feel it, Hashem is there. You're thinking about it, you're thinking about Hashem, Hashem is there. He's in your mind. He's there with you. He's really there. But I don't hear him, I don't see him. Doesn't matter you don't hear him or you don't see him. He's there. He's there. That's what it is. Shemona Esrei, you're standing in front of Hashem. Even if you're just saying the words and you're daydreaming the whole way through, it's not like, oh, well, I was just daydreaming. I wasn't like, obviously Hashem didn't come to that tefillah. Not true. Hashem was there. It may have been a little bit insulting for him if you're just daydreaming when he knows that. He knows what you're thinking about. Just say the words. But really Hashem is there, which is an incredibly powerful idea. Hey, wait a second. Hashem's really here with me. He really is. So if he's really here with me, can I ask him for something? Yeah, can. Say, Hashem, I need help. Hashem, I need help. I heard a very powerful, very, very powerful idea from Rav Kornfeld many years ago. Many years ago. I think it was in Parshas, I think by Yaakov Pekude. He talked about building the Mishkan. And he said that when Klal Yisrael built the Mishkan, you think they were like expert craftsmen? Did they go to school for years to learn how to how to shape gold and to cut very, very precisely with all the things they need to do, and to weave golden threads into these gorgeous garments, and how to work with stones to cut diamonds to the perfect size. You think these people, they were slaves, and a slave does slave work. They don't get these very, very precise jobs where you need a lot of skill. Slaves don't have those skills. So how did the Jewish people know how to build a Mishkan? How did they know how to make the Aron Bris? How did they know how to make all the big day kohen, the big day kohen gadol? How did they know how to do that? And the answer is that they didn't. They didn't know how. But it came time to do a job, and Moshe Rabbeinu said, "Okay, who can do this?" And one guy got up and said, "I can," but he couldn't. How could he? Because we need people. Somebody needs to get up and do it. It's quite amazing, because you think like, wow, that's such an ace. Not 80 years ago during the Holocaust, when there were people who were sent to the concentration camps, and they were told, if you have a skill, tell them what it is, because that's when you have a chance to live. That's when you have a chance to live. If you tell them you're good at something, you can do something, so they'll keep you around so that you can do that. People who were musicians played music. Singers, they sang. If you were a mechanic, you know how to work on cars, you were a tailor, that's what saved your life. What about the people who didn't know? Well, some of them were murdered, but some of them said they knew anyway, even though they didn't. And they were saved. And somehow they were able to do those jobs. Somehow they knew it. Somehow they were able to do it. They had no training whatsoever, but they said they did. And I shut them. How did that happen? Turn to Hashem. These people who were building the Mishkan did not know what they were doing, but they said, Hashem, somebody needs to do this work. Please help me. I cannot do this on my own. I can't do this on my own. Please help me. I know it's for you. I know you want this to get done. So help me. That's the type of tefillah that we could also have for Shmir Seinayim and all these inyanim of Kedusha, that we say, Hashem, this is too hard for me. I cannot do this on my own. I can't. Hashem, please help me. Put it in my hands to do it. Put it in my mind and put it in my eyes that I should be able to do it. That's what a person can say in his tefillah, and he should say, Hashem, it's all you. All the koyach is you. Hashem, I can't say this shiur. I don't know what the next word is going to be. It's not like I have a plan sheet, like a teleprompter, like the president has, just reading off the words. I don't know what the next word is going to be. Hashem, please give me the next word. What am I going to say next? How many times I've sat with people and I'm listening to somebody's problems and I'm thinking to myself, I have no idea what to say. I have no clue. I don't know what to say. Hashem, please put the right words in my mouth. Please, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Some questions that come to me are really, really difficult. What am I supposed to do? Give me the right words to say. Give me the right eitzos. Maybe just to send them to somebody else, the right person, the other person to send them to. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Hashem, help me. They say this about the Brisker Rav, that the Brisker Rav always was mumbling something to himself. He was always just saying something. People were like, what are you doing? And he was always davening. He was always davening. Hashem, help me with this. Hashem, help me with that. Everything. That's what it was. I can't do it. So that's what every tefillah we have a chance. You have to daven three tefillahs a day anyway, right? Shachris, mincha, mar. If somebody misses shachris, you can have 2 minchas, right? So you have to daven 3 times a day. You have to daven. Every time another opportunity. Hashem, help me. I cannot do this on my own. Hashem, help me. Every day you can say it 3 times a day. I guarantee you. You might not see it in the very, very beginning, but it will start to change. Just this Elul. The beginning of Elul went a little bit slow. It's Elul, we got to get into it. Elul, we got to get into Elul, right? And the beginning of Elul, okay, we started out nice, but then it took a down. There was nothing, I wasn't really energized. And then we went to Bnei Brak. We went to Bnei Brak, we sat with the Gadol Ador, give chizuk for the Bachrim, and then after that, we went to the cemetery there in Bnei Brak. And we davened by Kivrei Tzadikim, the Chazon Ish, the Stipler, Reb Chaim Kanievsky, the Rosh Yeshivas from Ponevezh, the Mashgiach from Ponevezh, Gedolei Ador. We went to daven by their kvarim, only a few minutes by each one. So we went to one kever davening. I should be mechazik in my learning, and in a different kever I was davening should be mechazik in shalom bayis, and a different kever I was mechazik in should be mechanech, be a better mechanech, and we went. It was only a few minutes by each one. You know what? After that, I felt a big chizuk. I felt things got better. Did I still have to work? Yeah, of course you still have to work. All of a sudden it's easy? No. You have to work hard. Chazal tell us that if a person wants to be successful in any number of different things, what should he do? So he has to work hard. And what people work hard and it doesn't work? Yeah. Because you have to daven too. Working hard is not good enough. Oh, how come there are all those people out there who do work and they're successful? Well, there are people who actually don't work and they're successful too. Right? Why does Hashem decide who gets what? I don't know. Everybody has their own cheshbon. But realize that tefillah does help. We might not feel it right away, but as long as we're committed and we're putting in the effort, the tefillah does help. And when you daven specifically for this nisayon, Hashem, it's too hard for me. Help me. Just now when I went to America, I saw tremendous siyata d'shmaya from the tefillahs before I went to America. I said, I know, when you're going to a public place, so you don't have control over things. You stay in your Dalet Amos. You stay home. You only go to your Beit Medrash. You only go to your supermarket. You only go to your makolet. You only go to the places you know. Then you'll be safe. You'll be okay. But sometimes you have to go to a more public place like an airport or an airplane or America, right? And you have to go to these places. And you don't have control. You don't have control. And it wasn't 100%, but I definitely saw siyata d'shmaya. I davened, please save me from all the preachers in the airport and the airplane. And I can't say that it was perfect 100%, but so much better than in the past. How did that happen? How did it happen that this time, the seating situation on the plane and getting in and out of the airport quickly and not having too much, it was better. It was definitely better. I noticed it was noticeably better. It was. The tefillahs make a difference. For sure they do. And anybody telling you people daven for sick people, they daven for all kinds of things. You will see a difference. The same thing over here. We just have to learn to take our tefillahs seriously. We do. Sometimes if a person loves learning so much, they forget about davening. Davening becomes like, oh, you're davening. Okay. No, davening is an essential part of learning too. You want to be successful in learning? Daven that you'll be successful in learning. Somebody wants to be a Talmid Chacham, he's got to put in effort. He's got to be an omel. But if he doesn't daven, he'll never get where he's going to be. Because all a person gets in learning is all from Hashem, just like everything else. Like it says, Yagata umatzata tamid. You work hard, but it's still matzata. Matzata doesn't mean you earned it. Matzata means you found it, like a metzia. A metzia means I found it. It's like an aveda, something that was lost and I found it. What do you mean? Did you have to work for a metzia? Yeah, maybe you have to bend down to pick it up. Did you have to work hard? I found 200 shekels on the floor. Did I have to work hard for that? No, it just came in front of me. Boom. How? Did I have to work hard for it? No. So what does it mean if you work hard, you're going to find it? Because in Torah, you do have to work hard. But you have to realize it's all from Hashem. You're not getting it because you worked hard. You're getting it because Hashem is sending it to you. Just Hashem has a Tanai. The Tanai is you need to work hard. If you work hard, I'm going to send it to you also. That's what we have to do. These are big nisyonos. But if we use these eitzos, we'll see success. Remember, it's normal. You're not a normal person because you have this problem. And that's one of the big issues that people have is that, they feel like, what am I? I'm a nobody. I'm a Russia. A guy told me that one time. I felt like a Russia. I'm the only Russia. Everybody else here is tzaddikim, and I'm the big Russia. What he didn't realize is that everybody else is exactly in the same category as him. Everybody. It's just that everybody's quiet to themselves. You have to realize you're normal. And that's what we're going through eitzos. How can I overcome this? How can I overcome this? We learned about Torah. We learned about tefillah. Be'ez Hashem, I'm going to stop over here. We'll continue with this. Be'ez Hashem. Next week, maybe. We'll see about the timing for next week, Erev Rosh Hashanah. Go ahead.
Thank you for joining Real Judaism, where we explore Torah's wisdom for real life. Created by J Foundations and produced by Eli Podcast Productions. Find more episodes at realjudaism.org and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.